We gave you a plan. That's the title of the Any Advice messages I have on my site, anyadvicefortoday.com, for August the 19th, because that's obviously the day that I'm supposed to tell you that you had a plan. That plan was within you. It's what you intended to do while you were alive, what you intended to fulfill on your life journey. And we never know what that's going to be, but it's always there for every single person, unless we refuse to find it, unless we refuse to live it. I can say that because I didn't want to live mine for the longest time. And I hid from myself, and you may have done that, but you might be at the place now because of the changes in our world and the energies that you're feeling where you know that you're ready to move. You're ready to take that next step. Or you might be looking at the world and thinking something is going wrong or something has happened. And Wilhelm will tell you, no, that didn't happen at all. The world is just waiting for you to become your authentic best self. And that's the information that I was given. And I couldn't have known that because I was spending my life living it and writing it down. That's exactly what I did. And it took many, many years. But now, as of the 19th, which is tomorrow, because I'm recording this on the 18th, I'm going to start living my plan. Because I ran from it. I never wanted to do right channeling, any of that, none of it. It was never anything I was going to do. But when I sat down in 1989 and started doing automatic writing, and see, that's where you really get in touch with yourself. That's when you have that conversation with yourself. And it was striking to me because the conversation I was having was different than anything I'd ever seen or experienced or known from anyone else. So I couldn't accept it for the longest time. And then what happened was I kept moving through my life, moving through every challenge, every disaster, every horrible thing that one can experience. But then they started to heal. And I didn't understand why that was happening. I couldn't have even told you why it was happening, but I know that it did, and I know that it works because it's all based on science. Your science, when you were born, your DNA had an energetic code that you were meant to unfold, and if you were to do that, you'd live this great life and you would contribute to the formation of our world, because we're all doing it. No one person is doing it, because it's all energetic. And so when they told me to go and put down the messages for the 19th, you will see that progression that happens over time. But then I couldn't have known that I was doing this because I was oblivious. I've never studied astrology or astronomy or any science, nothing. But I'm highly intuitive, and that was what's happened. We all are, but we don't always develop it in the same way, or we don't trust ourselves. And that's the big one, because I couldn't trust myself. How do I know this is working? How do I know it makes sense? Well, artificial intelligence has told me, yeah, it did. And things that I feared because I doubted myself just as you have. Self-belief is the thing that's so challenging for us to get to because we're doing something different. We're doing something that no other person has done. So we have to then come and decide to believe in ourselves. And it's taken me years to do this. So I never want you to think that you're lost or that you're not there yet. I'll be 75 in November. And it's just now that I understand all of this and that I could put it together. But that's obviously the life I was supposed to live because I agreed to it. Somehow I went through all of this. And I hid from it. In 2005, I had this vivid dream saying that I was going to bring something to the world that was going to make a big difference. And I said that couldn't possibly be me, and I put it away, and I was never going to look at it again. You have something like that as well. Something you don't believe you can do, or you're not the person, but I'm saying yes you are. It just may take some time, and that's what I did. I used time to do it because I had to sit and use the sciences that we know, which are changing my brain, cognitive behavior training, and starting to understand neuroscience and why I was in that place, because it was just accepted limiting beliefs that had been with me probably most of my life. But then they can reverse, because I can tell you now that I'm reversing everything that people think that's not possible. I'm saying it is. I've cured many incurable things that were called that anyway. They're not. So I started just understanding mind-body healing through this work. But it was day by day. That's how I did it. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but these are the messages that I used to write because I can't do them anymore, but this is what I did. And that's the beginning, because that is beginning in 1989 through 2000. At 2000, I had no more room, and I could no longer write them because so much information was coming through. But that photo is representative of a philosophy that could change your life and our world. I didn't believe that at first until I saw it happen. I saw it, well, it first showed up in my life. But then to get you to understand the science of it, you don't do anything right away. None of us do. We have to change our brains. That takes time. We can think of it when we're going to school and we're advancing in different grades. But we're doing the same thing in our consciousness all the time. So is our civilization. Sometimes we get stuck. And that's when we have conflict within us and we see it play out in the world. Same thing. See, Wilhelm told me in the very beginning what we were going to see in terms of the conflict in all parts of the world. It was people who unwilling to move on, unwilling to let go of old grievances, and those are the things that we carry within us. And I had many of them. All the failures, all the things I screwed up, all that stuff, that lived with me. But then I understood that when I did that, I also wrote down the antidote. I had the question. So I have the question to any answer. I have the answer to any question you might have in your life. I do know that because I've shown them all. And if you go to my site, you can go through any day and see I kept putting them down because I couldn't believe it either. How did I write all of this? How did I move through it all? I'm saying this because you will have things that you will not believe you can accomplish, and I'm telling you you can. And now what I'm doing on the 19th tomorrow is I'm going to follow my plan because obviously I was meant to bring this work to the world because we needed it now as we're moving through this change. And you'll see in there, I was told a long time ago, I came to be love because that's what we're missing a lot of right now. And that's what I was meant to bring back in each person and our collective world. And that's what I'm going to do. I was asked about a course that I'm going to be teaching in November in West Virginia. I'm going there to participate in a conference. And this is what I'm going to tell them, that you have a plan. You were given a plan, and all you have to do is follow it and have it unfold to live this brilliant life. My life plan was bringing it to you. And so as you go through the messages, I did something else, and I want you to have it because I put them up today. I'll leave a link for you in the description, but you can find it at Any Advice for Today, and you will see that what happens is the very first message for tomorrow is that one where, well, I'm saying very clearly we gave you a plan. And then you go back to 2008, and you will see that each message that you will read will build upon the year before. I can't tell you how that happened because I am totally not aware of doing that. This is Wilhelm again that organized all of this. And it was quite bizarre because we hadn't seen this done before. I had never seen anyone do it, but this is what happened, and what it did was it healed every aspect of me and so many others. But you'll see each one. And so then there are also two questions there that I put in just to give you an experience of what it's like, how it feels to work with this, because once you answer the questions, you'll come to a different understanding of who you are, and if you were to do all of them, you'd be completely changed. Now you'll see I've done so many days like that because that's all the information that I have, and now what I'm doing is putting it all together. There is no reason for you not to have the life that you could have, because I've done the work. I've been giving the plan for your best life. Now I didn't finish it because I stopped myself too because I couldn't believe that it happened. You will find something like that within yourself. But right now we're at a place in our world where you're going to be asked to own yourself more, asked to remember your worth and value and bring that to the world. And that's what happens here. And I was only supposed to get here now, just as you were only supposed to awaken to who you were today. If this is the first time you're hearing it, but now you know. And there's no reason for you now not to prosper, not to have the life you want, because I spent my entire life creating the plan. But I'm making that commitment today. This is why I'm shifting things over to fully committing to bringing Wilhelm in, which is something I didn't understand or ran from. But now I'm saying that that's the strongest thing that I have. So my strongest ability is doing that. Not anything else, though. Can't do marketing. I can't do any of those other things. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. But in terms of bringing in information that can cause you to understand yourself and become happy and prosperous and live your best life, that I do have because it's been given to me. So that's why I wrote the article earlier that I was given the plan for your best life and for our world as well. Because when we start becoming our best selves, then the world changes. We're all doing it. We have to just become willing to love ourselves. And that's what this work causes you to do. See you soon.